Hello, hello, and thank you, everybody. Just a real quick personal thank you from me tonight. It is 7:35, and we have just completed day one of RaisingCapital.Live. Just a wonderful experience today. I mean, super, super nice. About 90% of it went really, really well. We had one significant disaster, even though I have backup battery devices. We have over here, no, over there, we have backup computers with backup cameras, backup microphones. I even have a backup for a backup, and we have a backup for that backup, okay? I mean, prepared as much as I possibly could. Had a couple of disasters this morning, which was an interesting kind of thing. A number of people just didn't check in. They bought tickets, they paid for tickets, they communicated, they were super, super excited, and they just never turned up. And that really kind of bothered me because I know a lot of these people. So therefore I was, really concerned about it. I tracked a number of them down. Florida had some massive flooding. I mean, they got 17 inches of rain. I-95 got shut down. Internet was down. People literally couldn't get home. People are living in hotels tonight. So that was, I think, it was 4 or 5 people. Because we're actively involved in the startup community over there. Then we had a few people with severe medical challenges. Somebody even got hit by a car, and some people's parents are really not well. I mean, so it wasn't perfect because there were a lot of people that I was really, really excited to see today. There was also major things going on in financial markets, and one of our rooms is really dedicated to financial traders, and I just saw all of their screens literally go black. So obviously something must have happened in markets that took their attention, and I super understand that. Oh, yes, the power failed, right? So the power and the internet both went down mid-afternoon in the middle of Laura Louise's talk about fuel, how it's fuel that really drives the whole thing. She was really trying to explain this concept very well, because the framework for our event is that, obviously, if you're trying to get your clients somewhere, the systems, on that side, the systems, which are really the funnels and those kind of things, they have to be fed by a very powerful engine, which is the story, because a car without an engine is completely useless, and an engine without a car is completely useless. The strategy component, right, which is up here, that is your GPS, that is the map, that is your know-how, knowing how to navigate this whole road. So Laura Louise was doing the last component of it, which is the fuel component, okay? So that is super, super important. And in the middle of all of that, boom, out goes the power. Our backup power kicks in, and we have backup power on the internet too, but somehow that just took a while to cycle or something like that. And then even though we have all these backup machines running, here's what happened. The first person that actually jumped into the main stage today, a guy called Todd, who was very gracious about it, somehow the entire system made him the host. So even when our backup systems came back up, right, which they're supposed to do, we were muted. And he was the host. So if I tried to unmute myself, essentially we couldn't figure out who the host was, and it was just hilarious. But anyway, from there we segued very, very nicely. We went from there into, let me just switch this quickly. We went into the bar American, right? Which is a cocktail bar that we normally do, that's modeled after the cocktail bar in Monaco. And we just had a spectacular end to the evening. It was super, super nice. And, I loved all of the contributions. I mean, we really had people that played absolutely full out. I took a few screenshots. And I just wanted to really say thank you to the guys that showed up and salutes to the people that had all these incredible challenges in their life and still sent me messages and, sent their apologies. So tomorrow, which is day 2, is going to be a spectacularly important day, because today I set the framework for everybody on, the strategy and how, if you don't come to it with a clear identity and a right fit client and knowing what your deliverables are and how to attract them, and, all of the things that we discussed ad nauseum today, there is no point in building a really powerful story, because that powerful story has to fit into the strategy. And then on day 3, which is going to be Friday, we are going to show you how to basically, mechanize that into a system to actually deliver that message to your clients. So listen, hats off to you guys. Wonderful fun in the bar. I mean, seriously fun conversations. Absolutely made my day. But you know what the best thing was really the shares of people coming back from the breakout rooms and saying, hey, listen, I learned this, I did this, I did that, I did that. I thought it was really a tremendous success, even though we had about half the room that was missing at various moments in time. The other room was, as you know, was like a quiet room. But I really had a great time, and you guys played full out, and it was just wonderful. So thank you for that. And we will see you guys in the morning, bright and early. Hopefully tonight we'll get a little bit more sleep. And tomorrow we're going to have an amazing time. So the important thing about tomorrow, by the way, we start again at 11 o'clock, just like this morning. We're going to have a little bit more strategy first thing in the morning. And then we're going to segue straight in to this guy. Robbie Crabtree is going to join us, and we're going to go into the story construction workshop, where Robbie is going to, he's very good at this, by the way. I really admire him. And he is really going to take us into this mindset, because today we really, I'm always on the wrong side, as you saw. Today we really started on strategy, but tomorrow is really going to be about story. And story, the important part is the story that you're going to create tomorrow is really the engine that drives the vehicle, which are your systems of client and capital attraction. And the reason why I wanted to drop you this quick little video is for you to think of this in advance, so you get the maximum benefit out of tomorrow. And then we are going to, in the evening, we'll probably have very few breaks, and we're going to actually have working lunches, and you're going to be with your lunch in the breakout rooms. I mean, went to breakout rooms, fantastic today. I really enjoyed it. You guys played full out. It was really super cool. But the exercises tomorrow are going to be very much focused on the 3 types of stories that Robbie is going to help you create. Your origin story. Remember how I spoke today about your mess, turn your mess into the message, and, weaponizing the scar tissue. That goes into your origin story. Then the second one is your vision story, where you literally take this concept into your boldest, biggest, brightest thing, and you move that forward. And the third most important thing, because that is the thing that closes deals, is the validation story. You have to show people the path. And I will literally take it further from there, but we are going to segue the evening straight into something called laser coaching, okay? It has a cool, sexy name. It's called Pitch Palooza. But don't let that kind of deter you. It's really your opportunity to get one-on-one laser coaching. What we basically do is we say, okay, we're now going to hear from Helen or John or, Sylvain or, Christian. I mean, you guys heard these guys speak today. There is so much there to work with, right? And we're going to go, okay, 3 minutes. Let's hear your origin story. Now, remember, you will have had training all day in how to actually create that. But I want you to think about this in advance, because it will get better for you. And then we're going to drop you in it. We're going to be quiet. There's going to be an interesting panel, which is going to be Robbie, Laura Louise, Anric, and Andy Smith. Okay. And really thank you, Andy, for coming to do that. I know you're running around New York. You're running around all over the place. And the fact that you're turning up and serving, really earns the highest respect. And then you're going to get immediate feedback about that origin story and things that you can literally convert and start using that very next week. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do story, a little bit like that. And then we're going to cycle back a second go around, we might have a few drinks or two, right, in the bar, and come back and really look at the strategy component and the other elements. So if I was you guys, I would literally head to the dashboard. Okay, the dashboard is right here. I mean, by now you should know what the dashboard looks like, because that's how you get in the main stage. That's how you get into the bar. That's how you get into the help room. But right there on the dashboard is a button that says apply for laser coaching. Jump in there, jump the gun, put your name in there. We don't need those answers, by the way, because we're going to ask you the question. I just wanted you to have basically like advance warning of what the question is going to be. And the question might not be 100% like that, but I wanted you to really think about this and prepare a little bit, because, you know, most of us, me included, you know, we can't see our own labels. So therefore, when people say to us, hey, so what do you do for a living? We give them this kind of like answer that just like, you want to kill yourself, right? So why not just go, okay, what's my origin story? What interesting message can I bring forward? And what kind of scar tissue can I weaponize to attract my right fit client? And, you know, to put them in that camp of like raving fans that rave about you. That's an obviously, but renew and recruit others to your cause. Okay, so I hope you found today super welcome. This video should have been 2 minutes and it's 6 minutes again, but you know that. Okay, I'm going to say good night. We're going to go and have some nice dinner, and we will see you guys at 11 tomorrow morning. Okay, bye.